Hey, what's up everybody? This is Suburbs501 and today I want to go over the lowest recoil build for the SA-58 in patch 12.9 of Escape from Tarkov. Now, like with all of my builds, there will be a link in the description to this build on the Tarkov Gunsmith website. This will allow you to easily see all of the weapon parts that you'll need for the build and give you updated prices for all of these parts on the flea market. Now, the SA-58, like a lot of the weapons with this patch, have had some pretty big changes. And I do think the SA-58 has gotten some of the biggest nerfs to this patch because the stats on it aren't near as good as they were last patch. But even with that being said, with the bullets this fires, it being a fully automatic weapon and the stats you can still get on it, I still think this is going to be a heavily used weapon. So first off, we have the sight. Now, since no sights reduce recoil anymore, the only things you're going to be using when determining the sights is just whatever sight you like, what range you're going to be using these sights at, and how the sight affects the ergo of the weapon. And then next, we have the DS Arms Extreme Duty Dust Cover. Now, we're keeping the DS Arms type rear sight on it. There's not really a reason to take this off. For the stock, we're using the buffer tube adapter for SA-58. Then on top of that, we're using the Mesa Tactical Crosshair hydraulic buffer tube. And then on top of that, we're using the Magwell PSR Gen 3. And this is the lowest recoil for the Fal now. And that's one of the biggest changes because I think another pretty big buff for the Fal in the last patch is that one of these stocks that came for the Fal was the best in slot for it, and it was incredibly cheap and you didn't have to have anything else on top of that. You have to use 3 different parts, and one of them is best in slot for recoil for a lot of weapons, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive for getting the best recoil stock. And then we are using the 21-inch barrel and the Fab AG Fal pistol grip. Now for the grip, we're using the Vityaz-SN 5-inch guide to put our grip on, and then the lowest recoil grip is going to be the Zenit RK2. Now I would pretty much always recommend using either the Zenit RK1 or the Fortis Shift Tactical Grip because those are going to give you a pretty big bump in ergo without having a massive increase in recoil. This weapon might also be a little bit different because you can't get its recoil on this weapon as low as you could last patch anymore, and the ergo has also been hit pretty hard. So you really have to mess around with the hideout, mess around with some offline raids to see how easily controllable this weapon is for you. Now personally, I would be using the RK1. I think going with the shift on this weapon just adds a little bit too much recoil, and I think the RK1 has that good balance between the RK2, the shift tactical grip. Next up, for our tactical device, we're going to be having the Vityaz-SN 2-inch guide. And for the tactical device, for whatever reason, you can't put a D-ball on the SA-58. So just use whatever tactical device you want. I just have the Zenit Purse 3 on there. Now, I would always recommend using an IR flashlight for your tactical device to get that increased hipfire accuracy. I would never recommend using a laser pointer because those can shine through doors, they can shine through some walls, and they're very easy to see just in the air in general, and those will definitely get you killed sometimes. And next up, we have the Vityaz-SN Fal foregrip, and then to end the build, we have the direct thread adapter for Atlantic Blast mitigation device. Then we have the Atlantic Blast mitigation device. And on top of that, we have the Atlantic Dragon muzzle brake. And unlike a lot of the weapons that can use the Atlantic Blast combination of muzzle brakes, this is still the lowest recoil for the FAL. None of the silencers give lower recoil for this weapon like a lot of the other weapons do. And with the lowest recoil version of this build, it's still 66 vertical recoil, so it's not terrible, but the ergo with that is pretty bad. 28 ergo, probably not going to be super usable, and that's without a mag in. If you put a 30 round in, it's at 25. That's usually why I'd recommend getting a Zenit RK1. That puts it to 30 ergonomics and 70 vertical recoil. I think that is a decent balance. So that is the entirety of the build, and like I said, there will be a link in the description to this build on the Tarkov Gunsmith website that will easily show you all the parts you need for this build and show you updated prices for all those parts on the flea market. So subscribe if you want to see more Escape from Tarkov videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this build, and thanks for watching.
Покоп нахуй! Тут нашего завалили! Ну, шкура цела уже неплохо. Это что за хрень? Это что за хрень? А вот тут... Вот! Вот! Кепка!